I'm just now remembering all those commercials, like all
They were
those.
pretty dope.
They were pretty dope.
They were good.
The Wii was such a weird console. Ugh. But now we got the Switch that is born from the ashes of the Wii U. It's lovely. By the way, I started the recording.
Oh, woo!
Welcome back, everybody, to Tales from Terminus. Them boys.
Us.
We
Oh, that's why
these guys.
Skype was really quiet. Now people can actually hear you and stuff and things.
Oh, good.
What?
I mean, if I have to move close to I can move close to my microphone if need be. Does this help at all?
So can
Okay, good. I can taste it.
Oh god, why
Delicious.
you taste it? That's disgusting. You guys. Oh crap.
Theme song. Welcome back, everybody. Oh god, why is Hellblade up on there? That's not supposed to be up on there yet.
I don't.
Well, I guess that means, Ralphie, talk about Hellblade, a game you've been playing that recently came out. And it's...
I mean, hey, if we're gonna do that, then sure, fuck it. Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, baller. It's fun. It's actually incredible. The story is incredible. It's different because of the fact that you're playing as someone with like incredible like mental health issues. Like it deals a lot with loss and acceptance and a whole lot of craziness. It's fun. Combat satisfying. Story wise, it's perfect, incredible, self-contained. It's a good way to spend 8 to 10 hours of your time. It is. It's worth it.
Was that how long? Was that how long it about was?
Yeah, and it's worth it. Totally worth it. It's not full price, so it.
Oh yeah,
like-
isn't it like $39? Something like that.
I think it's either 39. It's either 30 or $40. Either way, for the price, the amount of content you get is great, and the photo mode is amazing. But the game doesn't throw a lot at you, but its sense of immersion, kind of it makes you feel like you're in Senua's shoes, because there's the way they did the audio for the game, where it's 3D audio, and Senua's hearing these voices in her head, and by the way, if you're going to play the game, play it with headphones on, please, because that's how you get the full experience.
Yeah.
But it feels like there are voices surrounding you, it's distracting because it's supposed to be distracting. It's supposed to be. Like, it's supposed to be like, yo, I'm trying to do this, voices get out of my head so I can focus on this, because there are moments where they will try to lie to you, they'll try to tell you something you need to do with another voice, you'll be like, don't listen, do this, and then you do that and you end up dead. It's really cool. It's actually really cool.
Do you think the devs might have taken inspiration from that one sort of famous YouTube video that's like an ASMR video, and it's like how it feels to live with schizophrenia? It's just this really crazy ass, like just a bunch of voices in your head, and it's like all over.
It's actually they did consulting with actually I forget the name of the company actually. All I know is they did their homework, and they had people who study and try to help people who deal with these mental issues like schizophrenia and dementia and things like that, to actually work on the game, on the sound design, on the experience, even going as far as to speaking with and getting the personal accounts of people who suffer through these illnesses.
Aren't the
So
devs the same people that did like DMC?
Yes, Ninja Theory.
That's
Ninja
what.
Theory did it.
Oh, okay, cool. That's. I was like, even just looking at it, I was like, this looks a little familiar. Like, I feel like I've seen it.
It's crazy, dude. It's real crazy. Also, the fact that the entire game was done in house, even down to the main character, Senua. She was actually from a person on their dev team.
Really?
Yeah, which is pretty great. They did it all themselves, and I think that's why it works. because they were able to make an indie AAA title, and in theory it shouldn't have worked, but here it is.
I see what you did there.
And it's freaking amazing. Like 10 out of 10 would recommend, like all day, every day. The game is fun, especially if you like feelsy stuff. Then yeah, go for it.
Well, that's what the one thing, even like you were talking about with the immersion. I haven't played it, but I've seen you play it a little bit. The one thing that was kind of not really blew me away, but was just like, oh wow, that's really cool, was just seeing how they actually did like the HUD elements and how it was almost kind of like Dead Space in a way, where like it makes sense. It makes sense with the character. It makes sense why there would be that there. It's not just like, oh, here's your ammo count at the bottom, but it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. There is no real HUD in the game. There is no way to track anything. Because all that's distracting. The things you do have, like your focus meter and things like that, are integrated so well in Senua's character design that it's noticeable, but it's not something that, sticks out like a sore thumb. Like, it's looked like, oh, okay, this is totally a part of her world. This is a thing that would exist. Also, one thing I really liked about it was the combat, because the way that the game works is you have different settings for how you want to play the combat. If you want to go through the game specifically for the story, or if you want to go through for challenge and to really kind of understand the depth of Senua's struggle.
Yeah, the combat looked a little like Soulsy from the stuff that I've seen.
It looked a little more rewarding.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
I do appreciate a lot.
Oh, it's definitely hella rewarding, especially when the combat it scales dynamically to the way you play the game. So, say in the beginning, say your first 3 encounters, you demolish, like your combos everywhere, demolishing your enemies. Your next wave is going to be like the equivalent of putting the game on hard, or crushing if you're playing Uncharted. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy because it makes you feel like you can easily go from being like, I'm in control, to feeling completely helpless. And I think that makes the experience, that sells the experience a lot more for me. Like, the puzzles are great, the environments are great, the audio, the visuals, everything's great. But when it comes down to the combat, the idea that I can feel like a god, and then and turn around and I'm like, holy shit, I'm a level 1 warlock running into a raid. Like, no, it's not.
God.
It's not happening. Like, it's really cool. Like, I would recommend playing it. It's a good time. It'll definitely make you appreciate people's struggles and understand, and really try to come. It makes you want to come to terms with your own demons. Yeah, because I feel like that's the base. That's the meaning, the underlying meaning of this game, is that in the end, our choices lead us to where we are. The things that we experience completely change us as we live day to day. The whole thing is, do you hold on to the past, or do you keep moving forward? So it's cool.
What an awesome idea to have just for a game like that.
I want to see more games like this. I don't want to see it driven into the ground, but more games like this with meaning, and like and really, that really aren't afraid to tackle like real issues. I would pay folding money for more games like this. I would.
Honestly, the closest one I can think of recent times was the one where basically the devs were the parents of a guy who died from cancer. The Dragons one. I can't remember on top of my name, but that was phenomenal from what I heard.
I feel like it was called like My Dragon Cancer or something.
It is. I think it is somewhere along those lines, Ryan.
That Dragon Cancer.
Okay, I knew it was something Dragon Cancer.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and they did a great job with that. Oh my gosh.
I feel like Ninja Theory at this point has proven that everyone's always been looking for that middle ground between indie and AAA when it comes to games. And I feel like with this, if this trend continues, it doesn't have to have the same kind of story content, but the attention to detail and the ability to create these amazing and engaging self-contained stories, we may or may not have a new genre of games to play. Like the indie AAA is a thing, and it's
Well, that's the whole thing with like the mid-grade market games. Like, not the stuff that's like low end, like real indie.
yeah.
Not the stuff that's like the big AAA, like multi-million-dollar games. I feel like, especially in recent years, I just watched a video about this a couple days ago, and that's what kind of got me thinking. There's been like I feel like, especially with this console generation, there's been a real lack of kind of that middle ground, and I feel like it's just all been like either indies or AAAs.
yeah.
Well, what would be the middle ground?
Middle ground stuff like this, where like it's a little cheaper, it's not quite like a $60 game. I feel like we're starting to get a little more of those within the past like maybe year or two.
I will say that the trend and like the price drop in games is I'm okay with it. I am a-okay with it.
They're great, but I still can't afford them.
True.
Problems.
I'm looking at Crash Bandicoot, and I want that something fierce, man. But I'm over here like, oh, I don't have any money.
Bills.
Just pirate it. Oh wait, you can't PS4 can't do that.
It's PS4.
It doesn't work like that anymore. Fuck.
We should change the topics. Yes, this is getting weird.
How about that My short though?
Oh my god, the My Short. Okay, so for those who don't really know, Overwatch does a great job with cinematic shorts. Similar to how Team Fortress 2 did with Meet the Team, they're doing with each and every single one of their players as well. And the most recent one was Mei. And before we go any further, that leak on 4chan from months back, they were spot on. And I was so happy about that.
I didn't know what to expect. I was like, all right. I mean, I figured it was gonna be super cutesy,
Mhm.
but I didn't
It was.
expect.
You weren't expecting the
expect them.
feels.
I did not expect to feel anything.
I mean,
Oh my gosh.
Eco Point Antarctica is a depressing as fuck map.
It is now for me. I mean,
Are you kidding me? Even before it was just going in there and just see the one pod open, all the other ones are just flatlined.
Well, even still, we
never
didn't
even
see
noticed
back
that.
then it was flatline, did we?
Yeah, I
never
remember. I
noticed
remember
that.
people
Did.
pointing this out when it came out.
Oh, dang.
I never noticed that, dude.
See, I was too busy trying to stay alive into like the 1v3s.
See?
I never actually looked.
You were just too busy
First of
shooting
all-
snowballs at everybody.
Dude, that was the best, you know it. That was the
best mode. I
Bring
miss
back
that
snowball fight.
mode. I can't wait until the holiday season. I hope they bring that back.
Oh yeah. Of course.
But
But
back to May.
Yes. So where do we begin with this? I guess are we gonna do like a spoiler cast for this? Like
I don't know if necessarily a spoiler cast, but just kind of like
Let's just give our thoughts.
your-
Let's just
your-
give our thoughts.
all right.
we need a thoughts like transition thing.
Thoughts.
Just thoughts, or just our thoughts. It's just like a little banner that hangs down from the top.
I'm with
Yes.
it. It can be. It can be done. It can be done.
But it's just
Either-
THOTS.
I feel like the short did a great job. It was long, but
It was really
it,
long.
It didn't feel like it was long either.
It really didn't.
It had great pacing, really decent storytelling. My one gripe about it was they tried to like make Snowball's sacrifice so momentous.
Yeah, that was a little.
It's a robot, it's a droid. It can easily get recharged. So having it drop all its power off, that didn't make much sense to me.
Yeah. And speaking
I
of length,
understand.
this is the longest short by about like 2 minutes. The longest
Really?
one before it was Recall at 8 minutes 2 seconds.
Okay.
This one was the full 10 minutes. Just give us the animated show, Blizzard. We know you can do it.
I mean, they made a game instead of the movie.
Do it. Do it. Do both. We know you can. You got plenty of money.
Porque no los dos?
But yeah, that was like really the only thing in that short that I fell kind of flat was Snowball's little sacrifice, but that was a little That was the only thing that kind of fell flat to me. And also Mai's kind of like feel like underreaction to being asleep for 9 years. Like there was definitely some stuff there, but it seemed like she got over it pretty quick. Then again, it is fucking short. I was
Well,
like,
she
Yeah.
was. She did have a moment where she was like, "Holy crap! It's been 9 years," It's like because she didn't realize she had all this data.
Yeah.
And then she looks and goes, "Oh my God! Everything I know and love has been gone, including the people I know and love right now." She broke down for a little bit.
I did like that
She
moment.
did break down and cry.
I did like that moment though, where we see all the different news stuff from like Overwatch's
Yeah.
past of like just the dissolution of it. That's what, man. I really want more lore stuff, and that's what I really want more of that because that's so cool and interesting. It's like every time we
Definitely
get just
is.
a little bit, I'm like, oh my god, give me more. It's so
They're
good.
teasing, man. They're teasing,
Don't tease.
teasing and fleasing.
Don't.
Boy.
They're teasing and pleasing just a little bit.
a little bit.
Tickle
So
them.
what the next one's gonna be Diva, right?
I could see that. Is that what the leak said?
I believe they're working on Diva's animation next.
I feel,
This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, that one I feel like is gonna be really funny. Especially
I think
now that
it's-
it's gonna be made and probably influenced by all the Gremlin Diva memes.
Oh my
Oh my gosh.
God, there's gonna be it's gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad,
god.
I mean, they've been on the Gremlin Diva train ever since they put the game on Sit emote.
right?
So
God, I could totally see them going like full on with that. That'll be really funny, actually.
that'll be amazing.
Wait, is Summer Games over?
It and the
And then today's the
Kill.
last day for it.
yeah.
Kill me. What time does it end? Because I might have to get on later and just open a loot box.
I don't know, but all I know is I'm really upset that I didn't get my Goddess Mercy skin.
The Valkyrie.
I'm really upset. And I don't have the money to buy loot boxes, and I don't have the time to get more. All I know is I'm not gonna get it. And I'm really
Rip.
sad. My freaking brother has all the legendary skins, and I'm jealous as heck.
Oh my god, get Shrek.
I got second to you.
Oh boys.
I'm really mad I didn't get a chance to play any of the Summer Games. Speaking of,
No, dude.
since we're on the topic
It
of
was just
Overwatch,
Lucio Ball.
I mean,
Lucio
let's-
Ball is a new location.
But still, didn't get to play it. Kill me.
What?
I'm trying to think of how I. Oh yeah, speaking of kill me and things that are dead. Let's talk about our next bit of news that kind of leaked over the weekend.
No, we're not talking about this, are we?
Yes.
It's not really a leak though.
It's the result of an NDA lapsing at this point, basically. So, for many years, the joke of gaming has been, when will Half-Life 3 coming out?
Oh my
And
god.
unfortunately now, we may probably have our answer, considering the lead writer of the series. He left Valve, last year?
A year ago, yeah.
Like last January.
Yeah.
And on his personal website, he posted what was basically, with a lot of changed names and locations and stuff, it was really coded. But basically the plot and story to Half-Life 3 and why it's probably never going to come out. And people managed to decrypt that really fast, and it sounded really, really, really cool. Like, oh man. I'm trying to think what... It's been like a couple days since I read it. I remember one of the parts was you're on like a time traveling and teleporting ship.
Yes, I have it up right here. Because I knew we were gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna go on a full on rant later
Oh,
on
Jesus.
because it's. But yeah,
Pull the
apparently,
Alex Red banner.
so Eli died, and so everyone was real shooked about it.
Shooketh.
Real shooketh. So Alex got everyone back together, and then they went to Antarctica to go to a time traveling Borealis, basically the ship you're talking about.
Yeah.
And so apparently it was at that time, and also way back in the day, it was stuck in some kind of like trans-dimensional shift thing. I'm not really sure what exactly it was, but somehow it's stuck between many different timelines.
One of the coolest bits in that though was when they say where at one point it actually goes back to Aperture.
Yeah.
That we saw in I think it was
Yes.
Portal 2. We saw like its dock, but we were like,
Yeah.
why is there no ship here? This is really weird, mysterious.
Yeah, it's so the Borealis is actually deep. Like when Chell falls down into like underground and everything, that's where you see the Borealis.
The deepest lore.
So this is like confirm that, like, of course we had before in Portal 1, I believe, in a slideshow,
Yeah.
that they were already connected, but this makes it even more so. So I would have loved to see that.
And that's what the game. I mean, fuck it. This game's never coming out, so we'll just talk a little bit of the spoilers. Basically, Gordon lives / dies. What? How does it end? He gets like pulled out of the, like out of all of the timelines into a possible peace scenario or something like that. That was what I kind of gleaned from it. It was something like that where he's kind of at peace at the end in a way.
At the end of it all, G-Man doesn't come for him, but comes for Alex.
Which I thought was really interesting. That
Definitely.
we as the player character are not the only one who are going to be interacting with G-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, it's been years since I played Half-Life 2 and all the episodes, so I don't remember if anything like that happens.
No, like, we're the only ones who really dealt with G-Man. Way back from, like, the first one up to, like, episode 2 of season... Like, Half-Life 2 episode 2.
God damn.
Ah.
Oh, man. How long has it been since episode 2 came out?
Jesus
good question.
Christ.
Episode 2.
Ages.
At least a decade? I want to say, like...
Jesus Christ.
It is 10 years. It's going to be 10
2007.
10 years in about a month-ish?
Yeah, October 10th, 2007.
God damn. Maybe Watch will announce something. Although the writer in his in his post, he kind of wait, no, not him. It was some Twitter account that I know is affiliated with Valve in some way. Basically tweeted after this leaked out, Half-Life 3 and Left 4 Dead 3 are dead. There might be something coming from the Half-Life universe. It might be a VR type thing, but that's up in the air at this point.
I'm sad about
It's
Left 4 Dead.
yeah, it's a shame.
I am
so sad.
really pissed off at Valve anymore.
That's
I'm just gonna put. I'm throwing my 2 cents in for a quick
Do it.
second. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh. Oh, crap.
So, okay. So, anyone who knows me knows that I have a humongous library of games, both physical and digital, and 300 of them are on Valve's Steam client. So, the fact that they have dropped what they started on, Half-Life is what got them on the board.
Didn't you,
And then they made
Half-Life
Portal.
2? Didn't you needed to have Steam to run that, right?
Yeah, you needed to.
That was
run
basically how
Half-Life
they
2.
sold Steam in a way.
It was, and they had that. They made Portal. That was something that some kids made in college, and Valve said, "Hey, we'll work with that for you." They made Portal 2. They made Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead 2, Team Fortress 2, all this stuff, and they stopped it all. They have stopped it for cash grabs from Artifact. Is that what the game is called? Artifact. The Dota 2
The card game?
that
God.
they're working on.
I think it's
They're working on a Dota 2 card game. They throw in a crate here or there for Team Fortress and for CS:GO. Their only focus is on what gets them money now. They're not a game company anymore. They are basically, I don't know. They're a stupid business.
So what you're saying is they're Konami. Cool. Good to know.
Yeah,
I mean-
they turned to Konami.
Yo,
Konami's just a piece of shit at this
I
point.
can't wait to get that Half-Life 2 pachinko machine. It's gonna be lit.
Yo, I'm ready. I'm ready, dude. I'm freaking ready.
I can't wait for Left 4 Dead 3 as
Marvel vs. Valve.
Oh my god.
First of all, God, please, Alex, no, 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 no,
With Knuckles.
no, no, no,
Oh
no,
god.
no, 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 no.
I'm
Please.
disturbed.
I no, no, no.
That's all I'm gonna really say is I'm really upset that Valve has become the villain. They've lived long enough to see themselves become the villain,
Yeah.
and we're not getting anything good out of it anymore. I'm really upset about that.
It's like
Right.
part of me almost wants to go back and play like Half-Life 1 and 2 as like a final like post-mortem, even just like as a stream or something. Ooh.
Half-Life 1 is dated as hell.
Yeah,
Oh my
oh,
god,
yeah.
like, it's so hard to play that game.
What about Black Mesa though?
Yo, oh snap!
I don't
could
think
play
that's
Black
done
Mesa.
though. I think what is it? The last like 2 missions I think aren't done, but I think everything else in that game is? Question mark?
I think so. Yeah, that should be good.
But
What's
yeah.
up, bro?
Hmm?
What's up?
You said a question mark, so I drew a question.
Oh
Pay
my
attention. Pay attention,
god.
sir.
Yo, you know what would actually be a pretty lit stream?
What?
What was the one, I know there's like a multiplayer co-op mod for Half-Life 2, and I think all of the episodes. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Something with an S. Hold on.
Something with an S. I mean,
Half-Life 2,
We-
something with an S.
Oh, wait.
Synergy,
Like,
Synergy. That would actually be a pretty lit-ass stream. That might be something we might have to consider. As just like a post-mortem, like, for Half-Life 3.
I'm with it.
I get behind that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming most of us... I'm sure Alex owns it. Ralphie, I don't know if you own it.
I don't own it actually, but I'm
What?
sure I can find it for D.
Wait, hold on.
Wait, you
How do
don't-
you not own it and I
How
own
do you...
it? That
How
makes
do
no
you...
sense.
How do you not own Half-Life 2?
Wait, hold on. Half-Life Synergy?
Yeah, Synergy, it's a mod for Half-Life 2.
I don't have a lot of mods. All right.
No, okay. I'm sorry.
Hold on.
I thought that you were saying that you didn't have Half-Life 2, and I was about to be...
No. I love Half-Life 2.
I was about to do it.
Okay, you
I'm
good.
sorry,
You good.
Alex.
We
You
were about
almost got hurt,
we were about to like fucking Jon Snow in season 5 your ass
basically.
for the podcast.
For the pod. Oh god.
I can easily just down. Okay, this is a simple mod. I can do that. I can get this. I can get Synergy. All right. I'm actually probably gonna get it right now as we speak.
Stupid.
I'm downloading it as we speaketh.
It's funny.
As you speaketh.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny that we're talking about like Half-Life 3 and it kind of makes me think of rounding things off and finishing them and it makes me think about Uncharted.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoopsie.
I got the right image. We good. No panic. It's fine.
So, if you guys watching this have been living under a rock for the past like
spoil it. I'll shoot you.
I'm not gonna spoil it, boy. But have been living under a rock for like forever. Yes, like that guy, Alex. Naughty Dog released Uncharted: The Lost Legacy as a standalone title. It was originally supposed to be story DLC for Uncharted 4, but it became too big for itself.
So if you got the season pass, you done fucked up.
You got it. No, if you got the season pass, you got it for free.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, they give it to you for free.
My God.
It's $40, I believe.
That's not that.
If you didn't, it comes with an amazingly great and really well done self-contained story. It comes with multiplayer. Every bit of multiplayer content for Uncharted 4 comes with this, including the survival mode.
So
Okay.
what you're saying is it's the Halo 3 ODST of Uncharted.
Not so much because of the timeline, and that's
I'm talking
You mean-
about
you
it's
mean the
it's
packaging
a
of the content?
yeah it's a full game, but then also comes with the multiplayer
yeah,
with all the DLC of basically the last game.
basically.
You ruined my analogy.
I hate you. But without spoiling anything, it takes place a little bit of time after Uncharted 4. If you haven't finished it, then please do it. It's awesome. It picks up with Chloe and Nadine going off on an adventure. It's cool because how often do you get to play a game and like your lead characters are women
Or grills.
who are both incredibly well versed in gunplay and are also just dicks. They're terrible. They're terrible people to each other. It's awesome. I love it.
They're
I
women,
freaking
but
love
they're
it.
also dicks.
Samus
Oh my
Aran.
God.
Samus is like a
Kinda.
lone wolf looking for trouble.
She
dude.
is a lone wolf,
Exactly.
but she's still badass. She has she doesn't speak. She's not really well versed. But
Shut up, dude. You're such a scrub. But yeah, Uncharted Lost Legacy is amazeballs. I'm currently playing through it on crushing, which is the hardest difficulty available, because I'm a glutton for punishment and I hate myself. Because I'm also doing that and trying to find all of the treasures and all the relics and all of these freaking trophies, because I don't want to. I'm gonna have to play through it again, but I don't want to have to do it on crushing. I wanted to get that done now because there's a trophy for it. But even just for even if you decide to play the game on like the easiest difficulty, it's an amazing experience. It's huge. It's maybe what 4 gigs for like 4.5 gigs
That's
smaller
not-
than Uncharted. Then it's
smaller than
Uncharted 4.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Like Uncharted 4 with the updates. So there's a lot to do and a lot to see.
Christ.
It's really cool. There's a lot of callbacks to different pieces of Naughty Dog's history with the Uncharted franchise. Even some that are incredibly like you know that this was plucked from one of the games, but it's done on purpose.
That was one thing I heard about this game is that it's very good, but it almost feels like a highlight reel of like previous Uncharted games.
And for all intents and purposes, I feel like it's better because it is because
it's like a final retrospective almost, or
yeah, it's a love letter.
Final, quote unquote.
If the Uncharted series were to continue, one-offs like this would be the way to go.
I feel like that would be really cool. Like, imagine if we got like 6 to 8 hour game just about like Sully and I can't remember Nate's brother's name.
Sam.
Yes,
His
Sully
name
and
is Sam.
Sam. SNS.
But I mean, this game here is. I'm nowhere near finished. I'm almost 9 hours in, and I haven't finished it yet.
God.
But again, this is I'm playing on crushing too, so it's difficult. But a lot of people are pulling like say, I think the consensus is maybe like around like 8 to 10. But I know I'm going to exceed that because again, I'm trying to find all the lock boxes and all the treasures, like all the stuff that'll keep you playing it. But it's definitely worth the money if you didn't buy the season pass. If you didn't get a chance to get it, it's definitely worth the money.
Oh yeah,
it's well worth it. It is definitely an Uncharted game through and through. It's not an expansion. It's not something that could have been added in. It's its own story, and it's great. Especially because you didn't play Uncharted 4, did you, Ryan?
Oh yeah, I beat it.
Oh, you did.
We almost did a spoiler cast on it, but then we couldn't get like together in time.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You scrub a glub.
I'm just saying, it's cool to see how far Nadine has come.
Yeah.
In the short amount of time between Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy, because she is.
Do they specify the amount of time between 4 and this game?
It's been a few months.
Okay, a few months. Okay.
Yeah. It's not like, oh, in the far distant future. Nah, blood. Like Nadine is like she's mad. She is angry and she hates everyone, and it's awesome.
It's not like jeez. Okay, never mind. I was about to spoil something for Uncharted 4, but never mind.
Yeah, don't you dare. Don't do it, man.
I'm not gonna do it.
I mean, I have this still. I haven't even touched it yet.
You haven't. Oh god, just wait until he gets into like the treasure part in the first game. He's gonna get fucked.
But I don't know what I'm doing. It's okay. But yeah, definitely. It's legit. It is legit. Naughty Dog. If you decide to come back to this after The Last of Us, please just give us these like little one-offs because they're fun to play and they're memorable, but they won't break the bank, which is nice. So
sweet.
And you can also get it physically. So yeah, do that. But stuff and things. Ryan, you look like you want to say a thing.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out how to transition to the next topic.
I love how you like whisper into the mic. I'm trying to fuck.
We are a professional podcast.
This hiatus really worked out well.
Speaking of professionalism, there's gonna be a new thingy coming out soon. Is there not, Brian?
Oh Jesus, yes. Probably in the next. Not this week, because this week's probably going to be mostly Game of Thrones stuff. Because we got the spoiler cast for Season 7 coming on Sunday. And then we have most of our... well, actually, wait, we'll still have Alex's, never mind. We'll have all of our reactions to the finale probably up within the next day or two-ish. Because we ended up recording it. I'll see how that footage actually looks. It's probably good, but we'll see. Because we decided to record ourselves during the finale and get our reactions, because the finale was lit. But, in addition... don't laugh at my minute. But...
I can't believe you just stabbed that.
Yeah, it was... Oh, Jesus, just wait till you see the fucking video. Holy shit. Uh,
Oh
but
man, that was a good episode. I'm not
it was
gonna lie.
okay. Fuck it. We're gonna talk about before we go into
God damn
the
it.
other topic. We're gonna talk about Game of Thrones for a second. But once I figure out where Uncharted is, okay, there we go. We're gonna talk about Game of Thrones for a second since we're on that topic already. Brief thoughts about this season. It was pretty lit. I felt like the writing was kind of spotty in some areas, which we'll get into more next, like this Sunday for Sunday spoiler cast.
Yeah.
I felt like the writing was kind of spotty in some areas, and certain things felt rushed. But then again, they do have like, don't worry, we're not going to talk spoilers. Spoilers are waiting for next Sunday.
Yeah, we're not gonna go. We're just kind of giving our thoughts on the season as a whole,
Yeah. But yes.
but nothing specific. So you're a Gucci fan.
This felt like
Jesus.
this felt like the Marvel movie of Game of Thrones seasons. If that makes sense.
Hold up.
No,
Hold
I
up.
don't understand.
Hold up.
I'll explain more during the spoiler cast then.
Hold up. You have the wrong image up, sir.
What? Oh Jesus
Wrong
Christ!
image.
I mean, that looks fine.
It does look fine, but there's one in particular that he needs to use.
Oh God!
It's gonna be great.
Oh,
Hold please. Oh Jesus!
Oh, God. While he's
I-
doing that,
I have the video. I've had the video. I need to see this now.
Actually, I'm gonna use a different one because that one, the one you
do
sent,
it.
is a little too messy.
do it. But I guess my thoughts on season 7 while he's doing that. Yeah, I like the progression. Some of the episodes, I'd say that to me there was maybe only like one filler episode for me, to be honest. But outside of that, it was. I like the climb. I love the climb from the beginning of this season to the end. It definitely, the payoff was A plus. Definitely A plus. Alex.
It was definitely a really good season. They mastered the teleportation down real well. Props to them for that.
I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna punch you.
I have it up. Okay, image is up.
I'm gonna hate you.
Image
guys.
is up. All right.
It should
Oh my god!
What?
Spoilers to the last episode. Bobby B comes back from the dead. Come here, you Targaryen shits.
Just leave that up for the rest of the freaking podcast.
Oh my god.
That's Destiny 2. That's fucking Halloween Horror Nights. It's everything. Right?
I mean, I could see that being Halloween Horror.
Oh, that's definitely Halloween Horror Nights. You kidding me?
God.
That's some creepy shit right there.
Goddamn.
Oh god. Oh man.
I had to wipe
Yeah,
a
fuck you guys
tear.
and your teleportation talk, because it's not. No.
What?
Don't-
What's wrong? Do they not have the teleportation? I
No,
thought
it's
they
not
had
a thing.
teleportation.
No,
It's
no,
time skips,
Alex,
goddammit.
Alex. We all know that they all have
Oh.
jetpacks.
Oh,
They
I'm
use-
sorry. That's
they
right.
use jetpacks to go across Westeros.
And also, Dany has her dragons.
Check,
so,
sir. You need to check your lore.
all right.
Check-
let me go.
check
Let me
your-
just check.
check-
Let me go.
check your lore.
Check some lore then. See if it,
Check your
Oh,
lore
God.
privilege, sir.
yes, I see.
Goddamn. This is going off. The,
It's good to be back, man.
This is
It's
going off
good
the,
to be
This
back.
is going off the rails.
But yeah, look for the spoiler cast. Yeah, because we're doing a spoiler cast for season 7, and it's gonna get real deep. We got some theories we'll talk about, but yeah, it's gonna get real dip. Real dip.
But back to what I was originally going to say before we got sidetracked to Game of Thrones, because I thought it would be a good sidetrack. Probably next week or the week after, we're going to be starting Terminus Plays Highlights, which are going to be a highlights reel of sorts of our various Terminus Plays streams and videos. It's going to be... What's the best way to describe it? It's going to be a lot of, like, the best moments or funniest moments from our various streams, because, oh my god, there's a lot. Jesus Christ, there's so many.
Basically, there are a lot.
Like you watch your Let's Plays of Markiplier and Little Titty and whoever else you watch.
Little titty. Little titty. Little titty.
And they have... we're basically doing the same thing, but it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
This man really just said little titty.
You know what George Lucas said before Episode 1 started filming? It's gonna be great.
I hate you guys. But also just fuck, Destiny 2. We're totally playing that too. God damn it! Destiny 2 comes out on fucking Tuesday unless you pre-order it from GameStop and you can play it.
Oh my god, it does! Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
September
next
6th?
Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's.
Or if you pre-ordered it from GameStop, they're probably gonna release it at 9 p.m. the previous day, which would be Monday. So you can start playing it then because the servers will be live anyway.
That really snuck up on me. I forgot about that. I thought that was middle of September.
Yo, this is gonna sound ridiculous, but I've legit lost sleep thinking that it was the 6th of September. Like, bro, I need to get up and get this game now.
You thought it was today.
I was like, yo, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this because I'm playing Destiny 2.
Your mind's telling you no, but your body,
oh my
your
god,
body's telling you yes.
What the fuck?
I spit all over my screen when I did.
Well done, sir.
Cool.
But yeah, Destiny 2. We're gonna be playing a lot of Destiny 2. I know I will. I know.
We'll more than likely be streaming it most of the time.
Yeah, because I feel like, we would probably need to.
It'll probably be different angles. Sometimes it will probably be Ralphie streaming. Other times it might be me, Popsicle-y Alex, in some form or another. We'll see. We'll see.
We shall see indeed. I would like to get it.
See.
I would like to get it, but with the money and the things and I can't pirate the games like that.
I mean, it's gonna be on PC, so in theory you could do it.
Oh, okay.
But you won't be able to play with us. That's the catch.
I know that's the issue.
I mean, we'll figure. I feel like you'll end up getting Destiny 2.
Is the beta out?
Eventually, yeah.
Did the beta already end for PC?
No, it hasn't started yet. No, it started today.
Oh, did it?
Boy, you should try that. It's on.
Excuse me, I'm gonna go download.
Isn't it on BNet?
Yeah, it's on BNet.
Yeah.
You have. I'm actually gonna download it too because I've been meaning to play it myself. Honestly,
just to see if it runs like a toaster.
Bruh, but yeah, I'm so hyped for Destiny 2. Jesus Christ!
From what you showed us, Ralphie, it looked really nice.
I feel like it's a really big improvement over the first game, and that's just going from the one
much better
2 missions from the beta.
Yo, have you seen any of the new trailers? They're aces.
I've seen a couple. I'm not overly impressed with most of them though.
I will say, because I know that a lot of the trailers are kind of more character centric.
Yeah,
they're not really giving you too much of the story, which honestly I love because I'm tired. I hate getting spoiled. I hate getting spoiled by trailers. It's annoying. I like to be surprised, and I'm hoping to be pleasantly surprised from all people that have played the game so far and all the early reviews or thoughts. They say that this game is a definite improvement over vanilla Destiny.
Also the open beta is going to start tomorrow. The early access, if you pre-purchase it, the beta starts now actually.
Oh damn.
Well, I gotta download it then. Okay. Ugh, crap.
I'd be very curious to hear your thoughts, Alex. Just on the beta, just to see how it is on a PC platform, since you're a main PC guy.
I definitely want to see how it looks. I'll probably be downloaded tomorrow because I am genuinely curious to see how it goes.
Yeah.
We can play together, sir.
My man.
But yeah, Destiny 2. Look out for all the great goodness and the reveals and all the good stuff.
Very excited for it.
But hey, I mean, speaking of reveals though, didn't Universal release the list of the scare zones for Halloween Horror Nights?
Oh Jesus!
They did.
Yeah, they didn't. Boy. Oh yeah.
That's what. Oh man. Just walking around the park, some of them they have out already. Here, before I go into that, let me just pull up the list, because the list for the scare zones is actually pretty lit this year.
I actually have it right here. It's Trick or Treat, The Purge, Altars of Horror, Festival of the Deadliest, Invasion, and thank goodness they're coming back. Oh my god, because last year they were amazing. Academy of Villains is coming back.
Oh, really?
Yes, they are. If you guys have never ever seen Academy of Villains, please do yourselves a favor.
so
YouTube
good.
it.
Looks
YouTube
like
is
I'll go
your
watch
friend.
the thing.
Because their show last year for Halloween Horror Nights, especially the last night, top notch, top notch. Like it. There's
It
Come on.
was it was so good. It was
people. It was so unexpected, and it was great. It's just great.
oh man. I'm really curious how it's gonna be this year. I hope they use more of like the shadow play stuff like they did last year, because that would be
nice.
That stuff was so good.
Oh yeah.
I may or may
Definitely.
not. I probably won't be able to talk about it, but I may or may not be finding out about this for the next week. We'll see. But the scare zones, they have some of the stuff out already, like the New York Central Park area. They have some of the stuff for Trick or Treat out, which I'm really excited for that zone, even though I think it should have been a house, but that's just my opinion. They have a couple. One of the coolest parts and one of my most like anticipated zones is definitely Invasion, and part of that is because
Invasion.
Invasion,
Like a cheesy 90s,
Yeah.
50s thing?
exactly.
Oh my god, no way.
Right outside of where Disaster used to be, they have like a bunch of like crashed like flying saucers and shit. It's really, really cool, and like some like old style like military trucks, because the base plot of it is that aliens visited us years ago and now they're back and they're pissed.
Nice.
Um
For good reason, I'm sure.
see, one thing I think would have been kind of funny though is if they put it right in front of Men in Black. But they didn't do that.
Bruh.
Missed opportunity, Universal. You did.
That's a prime
They
missed
really
opportunity.
did actually.
You done.
That would have been great.
You done fucked up. But I can't. I. It's not my decision. I can't do that. Damn it. But all of the zones this year sound really interesting, especially Altars of Horror, which is supposed to be like the front and center. It's supposed to be like, from what I got the implication of, almost kind of like how 25 had the different like icons, but it's different stuff from each of the houses. So like they'll have stuff from like the Saw house, they'll have stuff from the Shining house, from the
Oh, the Shining Nazir.
yes,
Hold on, but will they have stuff from
Ooh.
Leatherface?
maybe question mark?
Because if you haven't watched the trailer, go see the trailer. People, it's easy to get it confused because of American Horror Story, but at the end of that trailer, pay attention to the very end of the trailer, and you will realize that is not who you think it is from American Horror Story. It is indeed Leatherface.
It's not
Have fun with
Batman.
It's not Batman.
It's not Bloodyface.
It's not that Bloodface.
Oh man.
Bloodface.
But yeah, the theme this year, from what I've been, from what we've kind of been like gleaning and what they kind of shown, has been really Festival of the Deadliest is the theme this year, which it's kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like the Festival of the Dead that they have in like Mexico. It's kind of like that
Dia
type
de
of
los
stuff.
Muertos?
Yes, I can't remember. I couldn't remember the exact name, but yeah, that's what a lot of like the marketing stuff, and even like the logo and like shirt designs this year are very much inspired by that, which I think is a nice change. I think it's interesting. It's going to be an interesting year without an icon, which they haven't done in a little bit.
Yeah,
It's been
they
2
haven't.
years. It's been 2 years since they haven't done an icon. Because before Jack came back, they didn't have an icon.
True, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I was working that. But yeah, hype. I mean,
Super hype.
it's only it starts like the 16th, 15th. It's like not that far away. Like
No, it's not.
I
2
mean,
weeks.
Not So Scary started up the last
Yeah,
weekend,
right?
so...
That's crazy to me that they started up in August. I mean, fuck it.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, how Disney should have said, fuck it. We're starting this in January. Halloween all year. Hollow Wishes all year.
No, that show sucks, man.
Dang, shots fired.
Damn.
I will fight you with this one.
Oh lord.
Damn.
You know what I'm looking forward to the most though for this year?
What's
Halloween
Bill and
Horror
Ted?
Nights.
Bill and
Yeah.
Ted?
It sucks
The
to see
final.
it go
The final
because
tour.
Bill and Ted was the first time I ever worked Halloween Horror Nights. I worked Bill and Ted, and that was in 2013. To see it from 2013 to 2017, knowing this is the last year, it hit me really hard. To be honest with you, I wasn't ready, but I feel like because of that, this show is going to be the greatest show
Oh, they're
Universal
gonna go all out.
It better
and
be.
the most balls to the wall show Universal has ever done. At this point, I expect nothing but the most outlandish, incredibly offensive stuff to come from this show, and it's going to be epic. The last show, ooh, buddy, it's for one. There's not going to be a dry eye in the stadium.
Oh
No,
yeah,
there's not.
It's gonna be impossible to get into.
Yeah,
Unless like you go like several hours before, which I actually might. Because remember Ralphie? Alex, I don't know if you were there. I can't remember. Ralphie, I know you were definitely there though. Remember when we saw the last show?
I was not there for that, but oh my god, I heard so much about that from my friends.
it was
Best part was when they had the part with just 11 in the normal show, and then they brought out the rest of the Stranger Things kids. Everybody
Did they really?
Yes, everybody lost their minds. That was lit.
It was insane, dude.
Nice.
After seeing that show like 20 times at that point, seeing that was like, oh my god, my mind has been blown.
They always say the best for last.
It was
always.
so good. So
Always.
I remember hearing, I think Bill was like jumping around yelling parkour, and so
Yep.
every time the entire crowd was parkour, parkour, parkour,
Oh
parkour.
yeah, the last few shows are great because like just everybody's quoting it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
great.
I definitely need to get tickets for it at least for one show this year.
Hit me up, fam.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hey, how you doing?
Oh Jesus.
Oh, wait a minute.
Jesus Christ.
He said hit you up. He didn't say slide into the DMs. He said hit him up. Big difference.
Get away
man.
from me!
Good
I got a collapsible baton. I ain't afraid to use it.
I got a lint roller.
I have a face.
That's scary. That's the scariest fucking thing here, man.
Exactly.
Um.
Tell your friends about me.
Speaking of
Yeah.
people who kind of look like how Ralphie is dressed right now, I
What?
recently finished Defenders on Netflix, and it was pretty damn good. Because Ralphie looks just like Luke Cage right now on the picture, because he's literally wearing the exact same color shirt.
I mean,
Confirmed.
I like wearing yellow.
Confirmed.
And punch you in the butt.
But yeah, it was pretty good. I just want to give my brief thoughts on it, no spoilers or anything. It was pretty good. I would probably give it like an 8 out of 10 because there were some pacing issues, a little bit of writing hiccups here and there. Iron Fist is still kind of he got a lot better by the end of it, but as someone who did not watch his show due to the negative criticism, I can see why people didn't like it. But I feel like they definitely made strides to improve his character. Luke Cage, while I only got like halfway through his show and I didn't get to finish it, was also really, really good, and I really hope that they set Luke Cage and Iron Fist up for Heroes for Hire in the future, because that needs to happen, and especially their chemistry is really good. I feel like the best chemistry, though, of the entire cast was Jessica Jones and Daredevil. Like, they really bounce off each other really well. It was...
How well?
I mean... I'm trying to think. Almost... If I had to describe, like, a match, not really in, like, characterization, but just in, like, how well I feel these two play off each other, I would say it's on the level of Bruce and Tony, or from Avengers, or even Cap and Bucky. It's very... Not quite the similar dynamic, but it's very... What's the word I'm thinking of? Not close, but... Very similar... Not personalities. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore.
I've never seen, so I can't help you out here, man.
I'm just rambling at this point. Ralphie, I know you watched... Did you finish Luke Cage or Iron Fist?
Yeah.
I know you started them.
I finished them both. Okay, before I say anything, I actually... Please don't judge me. This is not judging my character.
Oh, Jesus.
I enjoyed Iron Fist. I enjoed it.
Okay, we're shutting down. Stop recording.
You
stop
have an
stream.
opinion, sir? I can't believe that.
We don't fucking
I have an
we don't
opinion
fucking allow
and
opinion.
fuck the internet.
Sir, we don't fucking allow opinions.
It's not as scary without the blade. Anyway,
Yeah, you have a blade on. That wasn't very scary.
Yeah, but
This doesn't work.
yo,
Wait, hold on. This might work.
Yo.
Alright, here we go.
that's actually really cool.
You said put a blade on it?
I hate you. But where were we? But yeah, I liked Iron Fist. I liked Iron Fist. Also, Keenan really loves Iron Fist, so if you talk smack about Iron Fist, he might come for you.
Oh my
But
God.
I enjoyed it for what it was worth. For what it was, I didn't go in with any expectations. I just kind of went into it like, okay, it's an Iron Fist show, and for what it was not bad, not bad. I mean, it's not Daredevil, Luke Cage, even Agents of Shield level, but
Oh,
it
Jesus.
wasn't bad. I mean, because let's be real here. Agents of Shield, and it fell off with the quickness.
Hey. I haven't finished this last season, but from what I was told, it was pretty cool. Although, apparently once they drop Ghost Rider this last season, and then he comes back at, like, the very end, like, this last season went,
Of course.
But yeah.
I love Luke Cage. I actually have not gotten into Defenders yet. I'm probably going to. I've got the time. I don't really do much. So
One thing I wanted to comment on was the cinematography in this show was so good. Like, especially in the very, very early episodes, anytime it's cutting to a specific character, you'll know immediately just by, like, a frame because of the way it's shot. Especially, like, how things are, like, colored and the lighting and everything. So, like, if it cuts to something and there's, like, a little bit of red lighting, okay, you definitely know that we're cutting to Daredevil. Or a little bit of blue lighting, you definitely know we're cutting to Jessica Jones.
so there's like
Yeah, you know
there's
what
subtle
character...
tells.
Yeah, it's really... I thought that was a really, really nice detail. They kind of keep it up in the later episodes, but I wasn't really paying attention so much to that point.
Agree.
But it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I definitely recommend it, especially if you like Daredevil and Jessica Jones. I definitely recommend it. If you just like something like Luke Cage, yeah, it's alright, but it's pretty good otherwise. I'm curious to see where they go with it, especially since it doesn't say season 1. It's almost kind of like a spin-off, like a one-off type thing.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But yeah. And
Very cool.
I hope that it's not like a weird one-off, because it just sounds cool AF.
is very good. And is that all?
Yeah, I think that is.
Is that all?
For this week, yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Holy make
my God.
a booty butt.
I'd say this is a great way to get back into the swing of things.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, we're back again.
Tell a
Please.
friend.
Back streets back.
Oh God, please no.
Do I need to play this song?
I like that, like, Backstreet's back. Oh God, please no.
I don't need that in my existence.
Everybody.
God. But yeah, you're right though. It feels good to be back, man. It feels good to be
What the?
back.
Without a doubt, yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff coming. We got a new logo. We got a new look. We've got Alex has more facial hair. Ryan, I have facial hair. Who knows? Lonnie might have facial hair. Either way, facial hair everywhere.
New
man.
locations.
Awesome. Lots of fun things. It's gonna be a good time.
This video is immediately copyright flagged.
Hey, turn up. But yeah, it's gonna be back.
It's good.
Do you guys have anything else to say?
I'm very excited for what's more to come. I mean, we already talked about, we have spoiler cast coming. We got tournaments plays coming. We got the reaction. We got the other stuff, the montage of stuff coming. We have all this stuff coming along, and I'm very excited for it.
We also have this.
Oh yes.
A phone.
A phone. A phone.
Not a phone.
With a thing.
Oh.
With a thing.
He would have gotten one last night, but it's being screwed.
Listen.
We
We are-
also may have shirts and other merch in development, but that details soon to come.
He's like deep throating the mic right now. It's okay. Oh God. Well, yeah, I think that right there is a good place for us to leave off.
Yeah.
I think that's good enough. Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. So thank you.
Until next time. Yeah. What's the thing?
Until next time. Why is he still doing this?
Oh dear God.
My eye is
Please.
watering.
Welcome back.
Have a good night, everybody.